My name is Garrett C., and I'm a postdoctoral researcher at the University of Nebraska-Lincoln. And I'm going to be discussing with you all today some of my work that revolves around genetic relationships of age at puberty and swine breeding. So first and foremost, why are we even talking about age at puberty in pigs? And what's the purpose? Well, to date, there has been a number of favorable associations noted between age at puberty with other economic inputs, such as a decreased age at puberty is associated with a decreased gilt feeding costs, which is associated with a decreased mature sow size and then subsequent feed intake later in life. It's also been shown that a decreased age at puberty uh, correlates to increased gilt retention during the developing phase, and then also an increased sow longevity. On top of that, there are a number of encouraging genetic relationships with other sow productivity traits, such as a decreased age at puberty is associated with faster growth and stronger estrus symptoms. And then also a decreased age at puberty is associated with subsequent sow performance traits, such as a higher total number born alive and a higher total number weaned. Yet, despite all of this positive feedback, age at puberty isn't used for selection in any major swine breeding programs. And honestly, that's probably due to a lot of different factors. But as you'll see in this next set of research, we set out to actually see what would happen if you was selected for age at puberty. So that's what we did. We performed a selection experiment where we selected for old and young age at puberty gilts over 3 generations. And while we were doing that, we measured several different other traits of interest. So in this figure here, what we're looking at is we're looking at the response to that selective pressure for either young in the dashed line, age at puberty gilts, or old in the solid line, age at puberty gilts. Now, first of all, there's a couple of things that we're going to see. That in the first is that selecting for decreased age at puberty, which is this red dashed line here, does in fact decrease the age at puberty. Furthermore, as we select for a decreased age at puberty, what we're doing is we're so dramatically increasing the probability of those animals actually reaching puberty within their development phase. And the other thing that we can notice is that when we select for age at puberty, we see an associated decrease in pubertal weight, which is this dashed blue line, as age at puberty is also decreasing. Right. So to date, many have suggested that age at puberty is currently being selected for indirectly, and that would be through a selection for weight gain. It's this common belief that age at puberty is tied to mature sow size and mature sow weight. And if those animals are gaining weight faster, they're reaching puberty sooner. So in this next experiment, we set out to see if that really was the case. What we can see in this figure here is we're looking at weight gain at a specific day, with day 105 to day 248, and all the weights combined throughout the weight gain period, and age at puberty. And all these values in this matrix here are correlations between those specific time points and age at puberty. And what we can see is that there really is a very limited relationship between age at puberty and weight gain at any specific time point. And really what we can see is that earlier weight gain, higher weight gain, has a different impact on age at puberty than does late weight gain. So what do we do with this information moving forward? Well, first and foremost, we've proven that age at puberty is an economically important trait and that selection for age at puberty does in fact improve other reproductive traits. We've also shown that selection for weight gain by a certain age point does not improve the age at puberty, and depending upon which age point you're talking about, it actually increases the age at puberty and has a unfavorable response. So in the end, what we really need to do is define more cost-effective measurements of age at puberty so that we can consider this trait more long-term in our swine breeding programs. So with that, I'd be remiss without thanking the people who helped me with this research, both colleagues at NCSU and at UNL. And with that, I thank you for your time.